you see what I see? Away in the manger, no his head. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy first Noel. Da 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 da, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open. We three kings of Oriental, bearing gifts from so far, and deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. Oh, 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 oh,
This concludes our
Vicky Lynn Rowell was born May 1959, the product of a white mother and black father. Rowell and two of her three older siblings were put into child services shortly after her birth. Fostered by Agatha and Robert Armstead, Vicky's, whose surname is taken from her biological mother, Dorothy Rowell, began ballet lessons at 8 years old. This was the first experience of her performing. She adopted the name Victoria on the advice of her management company. At 17, Rowell became a professional ballet dancer, receiving scholarships to the School of American Ballet, the American Ballet Theatre, and the Dance Theatre of Harlem. She would go on to dance with the American Ballet Theatre too. In the 80s, Rowell took up modelling, working both on the runway and in print. Her acting career began with a small role in the Bill Cosby movie, Leonard Part 6. Her next role would be as Nella Franklin on the long-running soap opera As the World Turns in 1988, a role originally played by Tiffany Caesar when introduced in 1986, and also played by Cassie Lemon either side of Rowell's sole appearances. She would work with Cosby again in 1989, getting a role in his highly successful self-named show, The Cosby Show. She would also appear in another highly successful black comedy show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in 1990. Her most famous role in the US at least would come in 1990 when she was cast as Drusilla Barber in another long-running soap opera, The Young and the Restless, a very popular character on the soap. Rowell would play the part between 1990 and 2000, reprising the role for another 5 years in 2002. She would also pick up the role of her other best-known character on television while on her first stint with The Young and the Restless, that of Amanda Bentley Livingston on the daytime murder mystery drama Diagnosed Murder. Rowell would work on both shows simultaneously, appearing on both through the 90s. She even appeared as both characters in an episode of Diagnosed Murder, when one of the show's stories had them trying to solve a murder on the set of The Young and the Restless. Rowell has appeared in many films throughout her career, though very few have captured the imagination or had the same impact as her television roles. Though she appeared in some high-profile films, most notably the Pamela Anderson starrer, Barbed Wire, and Eddie Murphy movie, The Distinguished Gentleman. She's probably best known on film for her turn in the 1994 brilliant comedy Dumb and Dumber. Though Rowell is only known for a handful of roles, she has since the beginning of her career been an ever-present on both film and television, amassing 63 acting credits in a 4-decade-plus career. She has written, produced and directed in television, her first writing credit being on an episode of Diagnosed Murder. She created, wrote and produced and directed The Rich and the Ruthless, a comedy drama. Rowell is also an author, having written not only her memoirs but books about television and a fictitious paperback based on soap operas. A foster child herself, Rowell has always supported the Fostering Network and set up her own foundation in 1990 to help children in foster care, especially those that had aspirations towards the creative arts such as dance and acting. Victoria Rowell continues to work in television and film with 4 projects currently in production at this time. She continues to write and support various ventures, her latest being a reality show where she helps low-income families transform their homes. Her initials may mean in these modern times virtual reality, but Rowell is anything but virtual. Victoria Rowell, actor, writer, producer, activist and mother, moving ahead in